Hi friends, and welcome back to Intention, where we focus on tarot readings and other esoteric topics. And today we have a pick a card reading where we're going to discuss ways to be grateful. So these could be things you have in your life right now that you can be grateful for, maybe things that are headed your way, or things you can let go of or have let go of that we should be really happy we've moved past and beyond. If you're new to pick a card readings, I'll take just a moment to explain how this style of reading works. Today's message will arrive in one of these four groups, either group 1 with the amethyst, group 2 with clear quartz, group 3 with malachite, or group 4 with desert rose. You can take a minute to pause the video if you need to, but choose the group that you feel most intuitively drawn towards. Once you find the group that's meant for you, you can go down to the description box to find your group's timestamp and then skip forward to that section of the reading. But before we do that, I want to remind everyone that tarot is a tool to help us think critically about the past, where we are right now in the present, and where we might be headed in the future, but you are in no way fated by the reading that you're about to hear today. If you enjoyed today's reading, please send some positive vibes by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel so you can join us for our future pick a card readings. And with that, let's jump right into the reading about what we should be grateful for. Welcome Group 1, and thank you so much for joining us in today's pick a card reading. Before we begin any reading, I'd like to start by setting our intention. So to do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. In your spread, we have the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, the 4 of Swords, and then the 5 of Wands. So grounding the center of the reading here, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, this has a lot to do with self-care and needing to take some time to really focus on your own needs. So one way to increase how grateful you feel and sort of take time to think about all the things in our lives that are going really positively that can help change the focus of your sort of direction and how you're manifesting things, it's going to be to take some time to focus on self-care. So reward yourself for any hard work that you've done, but remember to take that time to relax. Sometimes when you step away from a situation, especially if it's a tough one, you can feel grateful about some of the things that even were a little challenging in that situation. Because when you step back, you realize, oh, I'm not really like doing as bad as I thought I was. You know, I have the strength to overcome sort of whatever challenges are in my way right now. And things might be going totally great for you guys. But the 6 of Pentacles in reverse really means that you need to focus a little bit more on self-care right now. And that's definitely going to help you feel grateful for the position that you're currently in. In the past position, the 6 of Cups is about thinking of the fond times in your life and remembering sort of where you've came from. So that's another way to feel really grateful, is not only to understand how much you've accomplished, but also where you've come from. Remembering the happy memories, looking back, or maybe even physically visiting somewhere from your past, like your hometown, your parents, friends that maybe you haven't seen in a long time. That could help you be really grateful for those connections you've built with those people. It's also about creating harmony in your relationships. So definitely be grateful that right now it feels like you guys have some really strong connections, probably with these people who are in your past, but you've brought them into the present with you. So those connections are still there. They're still pulling you in. You guys have a really harmonious relationship and probably still keep in touch and contact with each other on a regular basis. So if that's the case, be very grateful that you've been able to cultivate and sort of bring those friendships with you from the past all the way into your present circumstance right now. The Knight of Swords reversed like this really means that you need to lean on and confide in people right now. So for me, that's just further validation that these connections you have in the past, these really strong friendships or family ties and connections are going to be super important right now, and you should definitely feel grateful you have those. You might be needing to lean on them a little bit. So if that's the case, don't be too hard on yourself. Those people are there to be your support system, be the people who lift you up and help you when times get a little bit tough. So right now, just be thankful that they're there and grateful that they can help you move past any challenges that you might be having right now. The 4 of Swords in the advice position is also about rest, relaxation, meditation, sort of recouping within yourself, and that's a further emphasis for the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So just another reminder, you guys need to take a little time for self-care and be grateful that if you're able to step back and have that time to relax and really rest before moving on to the next challenge, that's a luxury in itself, being able to take some time for yourself. So be really grateful if that's a situation where you're in. A lot of people aren't afforded that luxury to step back. If you're not able to do that right now, it might be something you need to look for the opportunity to do. So try to see if you can find time to really step back and evaluate what's best for you. Seclude yourself for a second so you can look within and see what's really important. That may make you realize some extra ways that you can be thankful for where you're at right now. The Five of Wands in the outcome position is about a diversity of opinion in this case. Since these readings are about being grateful, this all sort of has a positive spin to it. So this Five of Wands to me really means that if you are sort of leaning on some other people from your past, this could be a great result that the diversities in their opinions and their backgrounds are going to help you with any challenges you have right now. So if you're wondering what to do and you feel like maybe you're a little confused about the direction you should go in, some of these people in your past might have the exact answers you need because their experience is going to be different than yours. We all have a different background and come from somewhere different. So sometimes when we look at a diversity of opinion and we really take different sides into account, it can help us make the best decision for ourselves because we don't always know the side to every issue. There are some people who are going to have a different experience than you, and that's going to be really enriching in helping you make sure you make the best decisions. Now I'm going to shuffle for a few oracle cards just to see if we can get any additional information about things that you guys should be grateful for, maybe something that emphasizes the cards here in the reading, but we'll see. This guy felt like he was popping out a little bit. So this is Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. So that's great because I feel like not only like with your intuition or with a higher being or God or what you might put your faith in, that also means co-creation with the people around you. So I feel like that's a really good emphasis that right now you can't really do everything by yourself, but you don't have to because you have a great sort of group of people near you. You've got your faith to lean on. And so make sure that you're using those tools when you need to and really looking for collaboration because it's going to help you make some really clear decisions. And you should be grateful that that's something you can do in your life. This next one is Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. So that's also great because I feel like you're headed towards something. Like I said, this reading has a lot of positive spin on it because it's about specifically being grateful, but I feel like you guys are headed towards something transitional because there is an emphasis for you to take time to really step back and look within yourself and be really careful about how you move forward. So a rebirth is assured. You guys are going to use hopefully that diversity of opinion of other people to help you make the right decision, but I think you're headed somewhere really transformational if you just take the time to look within yourself and be thankful that you have that opportunity to really evaluate where you should go next. And amethyst, the stone for your reading today, is all about cleansing, clarity, and protection. So that's a great just re-emphasis that you're going to get some clarity when you reach out to these people in your past, these strong connections that you have, so that you can be able to make the right moves headed towards your future. So to sum up the overall theme for the reading today, you guys, it's really about being grateful that you can look within yourself for the answers that you're seeking. You're going to have other people in your life you need to lean on to help clarify sort of where you need to go. And that's another thing you need to be grateful for, that you do have that support system around you. You have fond memories and connections with those people in the past that are super strong. And a lot of people can't really say that. You're very lucky to have that in your life. And that's something you should definitely be grateful for. And that's all I have for you guys in the cards today, but if you enjoyed today's reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to the channel so you can join us for our future Pick a Card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Welcome Group 2, and thank you so much for joining us in today's Pick a Card reading. Before we begin any reading, I'd like to start by setting our intention. To do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. All right, in your spread, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and then the Seven of Pentacles. So I think right off the bat, we should definitely be grateful in your particular reading about some financial information, some new opportunities headed your way, maybe some positive things going on right now. The Two of Pentacles in the center is about juggling multiple priorities. So definitely feel super grateful that even though a couple of different things are coming at you guys right now or might be coming at you in the future, you're able to smoothly balance those out and really make like success come out of it. So sometimes when we have a couple of different things like headed our way or you've got multiple priorities, it can be easy to feel like you've gotten bogged down and you don't have the ability to handle it all, but that's definitely not the case with you guys, whether this is sort of resonating with you in the present situation or it might be somewhere in the future that we're headed towards. You're definitely busy and in a little bit of a rush, but you guys have the power and like the strength to settle yourself and really decide that you're going to be able to successfully balance those multiple priorities at the same time, which is a huge gift because a lot of people can't really I know like the buzzword around everybody all the time is multitasking. Everybody wants you to be like 4 people at the same time, and some people can't really do that, but you guys, either you have that skill or you're developing and becoming strong in that skill, so you are truly going to be able to juggle sort of the different opportunities that are headed your way. And speaking of, the Ace of Pentacles in the past position is more likely like a new career or financial opportunity that may have come into your life. So something really that had a potential or a spark that you thought maybe you needed to start a new venture or you need a new career path, maybe something in your job like a promotion or a challenge you've given yourself. So it looks like you guys started that, and then you also had it sort of beginning to come to fruition, because the Ace of Wands here is about inspiration, new opportunities, and growth. So that's in the present circumstance. So I feel like maybe that initial sort of challenge or opportunity that came your way financially or in the career sector, you really took that chance and you started moving towards that in a positive way so that it could come true and come to fruition for you. So this is all about the potential for that growth. So you guys have the ability right now to really charge forward as long as you follow your heart, follow your passion, and continue sort of focused on where you need to go. It's a sign that that project that's in the works that you're kind of mulling over is definitely going to be super positive. So trust your instincts. You've got the power to make it happen. So definitely charge forward and do that. You might be a little hesitant because, like it said here in the center, grounding the reading, the Two of Pentacles means there's like a juggling of priorities. So this may mean you have to put things on the back burner, but you should definitely just be grateful that those opportunities have presented themselves to you at all, and just know and have faith in yourself that you truly do have the power to handle it, and you're going to be able to come out of this on the other side in a really successful way. The Queen of Swords in the advice position is about being independent and setting some good boundaries. She also deals a lot with communication, so this is about being direct and understanding that you need to ask for the things you want from people. They can't just read your mind, so that's going to help you definitely in juggling those priorities. So to me, she's just a reminder that your connections are super important, but that you need to sort of tell it like it is and make sure that you're super clear about what it is that you want and need from the people around you. That direct communication is definitely going to help you be able to juggle those things and make sure that wherever you're headed, this new opportunity and stuff that is kind of swirling around in your life right now, that you're able to be successful in that. The Seven of Pentacles in the outcome position is about long-term success. So to me, this is super positive. You guys should be really grateful that there are some new opportunities coming into your life, that you've got the power to sort of juggle everything that's headed your way, but also that in the long term, if you guys keep your vision strong and you stay focused on where you want to go, you're going to get there. This is about really investing your time and energy in super smart ways, and you guys are able to do that because you can truly balance those different priorities to make sure you're giving the right energy to both things at the same time. That's another danger with that multitasking trope that everybody likes to talk about. Sometimes when you put too much energy in part A, part B feels a little neglected, but you guys really are able to really balance that out. So you're investing your time in a super smart way to make sure that this is going to be a really successful new venture for you. It definitely feels like your hard work is going to pay off as long as you stay really focused. Now I'm going to shuffle for a few oracle cards to see if we can get some additional information about things you guys should be grateful for, something to emphasize the message we've had here today. So let me just cut here. We'll see what we've got. So Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. So that's a great one because that really speaks to sort of the opportunity and potential that you guys have. Because when you do have the power, or you develop that ability that you guys might be working on right now to multitask and juggle multiple things, the possibilities are endless because you guys can handle all these extra things and these new opportunities that are coming your way, because it's definitely more than one thing headed to you. So this really feels like you guys are going to have that opportunity to do it if you remember that you've got the power and the potential within yourself. And then one more for us. So here we've got Cat Spirit. Claim your independence. Well, that's really great because that emphasizes the Queen of Swords. So that's all about being super strong and independent in your thoughtfulness, making sure that you've asked for what you need. You definitely are going to have to work a little bit in this situation probably on your own. So this is just remembering that the power and independence coming is from that clear communication with the people around you. So make sure that you're super clear about what you want and need so that you're able to really be successful and you can sort of own the path you're headed on because you were clear with the others around you about what you wanted and how you needed to get there. So the clear quartz in this reading for you guys really emphasizes that transformative property. So you're going to go definitely through some things here. Nothing too challenging for you, but it's going to be a transformation because these new opportunities, these new potential things that are headed your way that you're starting to work on, they're going to change you in the end. And I think one of those important factors is going to be that independence, like it says here, to make sure that you're super clear about that. Because as you're making that transformation, some people might not see as much of it on the outside as what you're doing on the inside. So make sure you're communicating the challenges that you have and the successes you have with the people around you so they can either help lift you up or help celebrate those wins that you're having. So to sum up the overall reading for you guys today, it's really about being grateful that there are new opportunities headed your way, but also grateful that you've got the power to sort of juggle those things as they're headed to you. Like I said, a lot of people don't have that ability to multitask as successfully as you do, but it's definitely something that either you're super successful at now or you're working towards or you need to focus on working towards. So be grateful that those new opportunities are headed your way, but be grateful that you know kind of within yourself, you've got the power to make them work out for yourself. And that's all I see in the cards for you guys today. But if you enjoyed today's reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel so you can join us in our future pick a card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Welcome Group 3, and thank you so much for joining us in today's pick a card reading. Before we begin any reading, I like to start by setting our intention. So to do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. All right, Group 3, in your spread, we have the Two of Wands, the Sun in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, Death in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands. So right in the middle here, things are happening, stuff is changing all around you, so definitely be grateful for the transformation. You guys have the opportunity right now to sort of transform yourself or your situation in a really deep, memorable kind of way. The Wheel of Fortune is also about sort of karmic changing in destiny. So you may not have a lot of control over what's happening right now, but things are looking up and the tide is kind of changing. So this is one of those moments when the old trope, like what goes around comes around, is really true, because there's definitely some karmic payoff that you guys are getting in a positive way for the work you've put in or the things you've done in your life. So go with the flow, stay on the path that you're on right now. There's sort of a turning point or a change ahead, and we're going to discuss that a little bit too. But be grateful definitely just for the transformation and the opportunity to sort of have a turning point in your life. In the Two of Wands over here, we're really focusing on future planning, decisions, kind of action planning for the future. And so this is in the past position, so it feels like you guys have been preparing for this. You've been preparing for something new to come in your life, maybe exploring your options, thinking about just some different things that you want to do, where you're headed in your life in general, probably not the career-wise, but just as far as life, whether that's you want to buy a house or you want to start a family or whatever it kind of may be. You've been doing some future planning and thinking about where you want to be headed. So it's great to always prepare yourself for that, because sometimes that's sort of what comes back around again. It's the results of the good planning that gives you those positive things that come into your life. The Sun in reverse here in the present position is about remembering to be sort of fun and carefree. So right now there might be some worry and concern about sort of what's going to happen, kind of the transformation you're going in, or whether or not the plans that you've made have really going to come to fruition. But this is about, even though the path is unclear, you can sort of let go and remember to be a little bit like carefree, have a little more fun, release those worries and concerns, because what's coming is really good, because you guys have done a great job of being really planful and also putting that good karma out in the universe. So be grateful that you've planned in that way, and also that you've sort of done the job you have done about sort of giving the good vibes out in the universe, because those are definitely coming back to you guys right now. Death reversed in this position right here, the advice position, is about you guys may be resisting that change or personal transformation that's coming right now. So something is ending likely as a result of sort of whatever you're going through. That may mean that you're giving something up, or there's something fundamentally you're changing about yourself or your environment in order to get where you want to go, what you've planned for. But if you're feeling stagnant, you're feeling like maybe there's an opportunity to sort of embrace that change, lean into that, because you guys are feeling a little hesitant about it right now. But everything is going to work out in the end as long as you trust the process and you don't resist the personal transformation that's coming your way. The Nine of Wands over here in the outcome position is about that resilience and courage really paying off. It's about standing strong and tall even through diversity and being willing to do what it takes. So it's definitely going to be a test. There's a little challenging, but you guys should be super grateful that you're kind of getting what you want. Like you're going where you're headed in life in a direction that you have pre-planned for. So be thankful that that's going to happen for you, even though it could be a little challenging. So this is about just trusting that setbacks or anything that you're experiencing right now are maybe just a test of your resilience. It doesn't mean that every obstacle is going to totally stand in your way, because you've got the power to move past them. And it's a further reminder that if you are being a little resistant to that change, if you sort of get the courage within yourself to move past that resistance, the transformation is going to be quick and it's going to really start to come and flow through you guys. So just make sure you're not standing in your own way of getting the things that you've actually planned for and that you want. So be really grateful that the Wheel of Fortune is all like turning towards your direction right now, and there's going to be some great transformational things ahead for you guys. Now I'm going to shuffle for just a few oracle cards, see if we can get some additional messages for you guys about what to be grateful for, or maybe anything to emphasize that Wheel of Fortune kind of karmic energy headed your way. So if I cut here, first one we've got, two came up, so we're going to go with these. The first one is Eagle Spirit, so Spirit has your back. So that's trusting that everything in the end is going to work out in the right kind of way. That you guys need to sort of, if you're having that resistance, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not so sure, what's happening feels a little challenging, just trust that you're headed in the right direction and it's going to be super positive in the end. And the next one, Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. These are perfect. So that's about really the plans that you've made. They're all coming to fruition. Good things are headed your way. You're bringing those ideas and those passions to life, and it's going to be really great for you guys in the end. The stone for your reading today is malachite, and that's all about creativity and confidence. So again, having that resilience, that courage to sort of stand up and say, you know what, this feels a little challenging, but I'm going through a transformation for the good, and I need to understand that, it's all going to work out in the end. So this is just a reminder that you guys have the courage and the confidence within yourself to make sure that you get those things you truly plan for, and you sort of ride that Wheel of Fortune around where it's really meant to take you. So to sum up the overall reading for you guys today, it's really about trusting the process, being grateful that the Wheel of Fortune, that karma is turning the direction you want it to go, that you've done some really great future planning, so be grateful for that. You sort of know where you want to head and you know what you need to do to get there, and it's happening for you guys right now. You've got the power to make that transformation happen. Just don't resist it too much. Be grateful that it's happening at all. I mean, even though it feels a little challenging sometimes, you don't need to resist it because it is truly what you want to go. So be grateful you've got that courage within yourself and you've done that good planning to make sure you get what you want out of life right now. And that's the only message I have for you guys today, but if you enjoyed today's reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to the channel so you can join us for our future Pick a Card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. All right, Group 4, welcome and thank you so much for joining us in today's Pick a Card reading. Before we begin any reading, I'd like to start by setting our intention. To do that, let's all close our eyes, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for a positive message, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll begin the reading. In your spread, we have the Three of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Pentacles, Temperance, the 7 of Wands in reverse, and then ending off with the Tower. So right in the center, Temperance being sort of the grounding card of this reading, you guys should definitely be grateful that right now there's a little bit of balance and moderation in your life. So you might be feeling really mellow, very chilled out. That's usually a sign that you guys are stabilizing yourself for something new. But be grateful that right now you've got the chance to sort of recover your own flow. So remain calm, even in stressful situations right now, because you guys have the power to be able to settle yourself. This is all about taking sort of the median road and considering all perspectives too. So if there are some choices you guys have to make, just keep a cool and level head and think kind of about where you want to head in the future and really trust your intuition right now. You've got sort of the ability to think about your long-term vision and your goals. So take this opportunity to give yourself a little bit of patience. Be kind to yourself if it takes a little longer to decide things, because right now you should be grateful that it looks like you have the luxury to do that. So there's a lot of balance and moderation going around. So feel really thankful that you've got the opportunity for that right now. The Three of Wands in the past position reversed like this is about a lack of foresight, maybe some sort of vision you didn't expect, something that came your way you weren't prepared for, or delays that are happening. So it looks like there might have been some growth opportunities that were available, but you were maybe playing it safe. For some reason you felt like you needed to hold back, or you might not have been ready for it. It might also be referencing that temperance too, so you may have had that sort of patience and pause with yourself at the time when those opportunities presented themselves, and you thought, maybe I'm not really ready for it right now. Maybe we should sort of think a little smaller and things that are easier to manage. And sometimes that's a part of taking the right time that you need to make sure that you're making the right decisions for yourself. So don't be too hard on yourself if that was the case. You guys definitely have the power to sort of take the time right now, so be really grateful that that's an opportunity that's affording itself to you. The Ten of Pentacles in the current position, though, is about wealth, security, and long-term success. So whatever you did in the past to kind of sort of prepare yourself a little bit better, and you thought maybe I need to wait before I take that next step, if you did wait to take it, or if you're about to take that step now, just rest assured that it looks like you're going to get some success out of that. But like I said, sometimes it's best to really break things off into smaller pieces so you're able to be really successful with each one individually if you feel like it's a little overwhelming. So this is about you guys taking that time and that patience within yourself and then reaching the goal. So this is about accumulated success, abundance, sort of everything coming together just as you had predicted, just as you'd wanted to happen. So it's about having everything you need. So this is a super positive card. And so if it's in the present position, so you guys need to be grateful that you are having everything kind of turn your way right now. If that's not happening at the moment, it looks like hopefully it's going to, because you did take the time to be a little more patient and think clearly before you took some really important steps in your life. The Seven of Wands in the reverse here in the sort of advice position is about not giving up or feeling overwhelmed. So like I said, you guys need that time to take balance. So if you are feeling a little bit sort of bogged down, you're feeling like maybe the success has a lot of pressure associated with it, this is just remember to keep fighting for what you believe in. So you might feel a little bit of that resistance, but you guys just need to remember to step back, be a little patient with yourself, and then if you feel like giving up, don't do it. You can win, you can really be successful. Just if you're feeling overwhelmed, rely on that self-confidence and sort of the ability to step back within yourself to recover and make sure you're headed in the right direction. The Tower in the outcome position is about sudden changes. So sometimes this is a more challenging card, but because this is about a gratitude situation and a reading of what we're going to be thankful for, it definitely has a positive spin. So for me, this is just about expecting the unexpected, which is not going to be a big deal for you guys if you remember that you have that temperance power within yourself, the ability to step back and really question things around you, make sure that the new growth or path that you're headed towards is going to be the right one. So if some sudden things or unexpected things happen, just know you can take that pause. You can stop and say, okay, I am really successful. I know where I'm headed. I'm in a good spot. And this unexpected thing, I can get through it. It's not really going to be that big of a deal. You've got the power to step within yourself and make sure you're prepared for it once it happens. Now I'm going to shuffle for just a few oracle cards, see if we can get some more messages about things you should be grateful for, or maybe emphasizing the rest that you guys need to take right now. So we'll see what we've got here. So the first one is going to be Turkey Spirit, give gratitude with grace. So that's a great one because you guys need to be thankful. This is all about thankfulness, all about gratitude in this sort of reading all in general. And that really emphasizes that you need to give that gratitude and grace for me in this reading to yourselves. So I think that just based on where these are laying out, you might be a little bit hard on yourself or feel like this challenge you weren't prepared for, or maybe you could have been better at it, but don't be so hard on yourself. Be thankful that you've gotten to where you're at right now, and that even though unexpected things may be headed your way, you've got the power within yourself to be strong and overcome any challenges that are headed your way. And then one more. This is Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. So for me, that emphasizes what we talked about in the past position, this Three of Wands, about you guys sort of biting off smaller things you can chew and sort of get successful with one at a time instead of like the big picture. I think that really worked out for you guys initially. So it's just a reminder that sometimes it's okay to be patient with yourself, to break a big challenge off into little pieces so you can make sure you're making the right progress as you go along and the outcome in the end is what you wanted it to be. The stone for your reading today was Desert Rose, and that's all about courage and insight. So it really emphasizes, again, taking the time to step within yourself, trust that you have the power to move through any challenges that come your way in the right way. And if you need to break things off into smaller pieces, if that's going to make you be more successful in the end and it's worked for you in the past, don't beat yourself up for that. Everyone doesn't deal with every challenge in the same way. So if you're feeling exhausted, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like maybe you don't know where you're headed or you're not sure how to get there, just remember you have that power to look within yourself and trust your own intuition. And that's what you should be grateful for. You should be grateful that you have the foresight and the ability to sort of step back and think about things in the right perspective that are going to help you get where you want to go. So to sum up the overall reading for you guys today, for me, you really need to be grateful that you've been planful. You've been really careful about the positions that you've taken, the things that you've done, and they've been successful for you. You've remembered that you can take the patience within yourself and the ability to stop and make sure you've got everything super balanced and you feel very harmonious about the decisions that you're making, and that's a strength. So be grateful that you don't jump too fast, that you're really planful. And if you feel a little less like that right now, if you're feeling overwhelmed, just remember that if you make those plans and break things off into smaller pieces, you can get to where you're headed, because even unexpected things that are going to get in your way, you guys are going to have the ability to step back and make sure you've balanced within yourself. And that's sort of a power and a position that a lot of people, it's not easy for them to take. They may not know that they can do that, or they may not be great at giving themselves the space to do that, but you guys should be grateful that you've done it before and you can definitely do it again. And that's all the message that I have for you guys today. But if you enjoyed today's reading, please send some positive vibes back our way by clicking that like button, leaving us a comment, and then subscribing to our channel so you can join us in our future pick a card readings. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.